Welcome to this video. In this video, I will show the sustainability of our beer process. This is very important due to the rising consumer awareness and the effects on our climate. I will start with a short introduction to energy balance and explain how the mass balance and energy balance link to the sustainable processing design. First, let's start with energy balance. The energy balance is somewhat similar to the mass balance. Just as the mass balance is based on the law of mass conservation, the energy balance is based on the law of conservation of energy. Under this law, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Rather, it can only be transformed from one form to another. It existed in every part of beer processing. For example, the beer brewing contains a step of boiling in which the energy stored in, for example, gas, is transformed into heat for boiling. In beer processing, we use kilograms per batch to describe the mass flow rate, while the energy flow rate here is kilojoule per batch. And based on the laws, we are able to reach both mass balance and energy balance. And based on this, similarly, the energy unknown in the process can be worked out based on the equation of energy balance. We can also use a Sankey diagram to show how the energy flows between the unit operations. Here, we have the Sankey diagram on mass, and similarly, the energy. Both of the balance are quite useful in factory processing design, and the result of them are sometimes important criteria of sustainable processing development. You might wonder, what is sustainable processing development? The sustainable development was defined by the United Nations in the year of 1987 as sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In 2015, the United Nations adopted the official agenda for sustainable development, which contains 17 sustainable goals. Some of them comply with the processing development in beer, and we need to take them into account. For example, considering Goal 12. As the producers, the company needs to use eco-friendly production methods and reduce the waste to ensure a sustainable production. But, as a factory process designer, what should we think about on this aspect? Well, in this aspect, we mainly think about making full use of the material, minimizing the waste, and decreasing emissions. For example, we can recycle the water during the process by setting some collecting and cooling system in the brewing steps. What's more, we might think about dealing with the large amount of spent grain generated by providing feeding raw materials for the factory related to brewing process. We can also select clean energy as the factory energy source, such as electricity and gas. That's the end of this video. By now, you've already had a good start in the field of process design, but there's so much more you can learn. If you are interested in this field, don't hesitate to discover more. Good luck! Bye!